You won't believe who has been attempting to get in touch with you. Don't scroll, my dear child. Remain here. It's not a coincidence what I'm going to tell you. It's the cause of your recent restlessness and incessant phone checking. Every vibration you experienced and every half-dream that caused you to awaken abruptly were not coincidental. Your soul has been getting a call from someone whose heart is still connected to yours in ways that are beyond your comprehension. They have been attempting to communicate with you through energy, signs, and that epiphany that pops into your head at the most bizarre times, rather than through words. Continue until the very end. You'll learn why you continued to feel their presence while no one was nearby before this message ends. It has nothing to do with obsession. It's about unfulfilled energy that is still alive and silently looking for you. Someone is unable to proceed unless they are at peace with you. They wish they could take back the last word they uttered, which they have mentally repeated 100 times. Something inside of them froze the instant they lost you. And ever since that day, your name has been hauntingly echoed every night. Avoid skipping. Because even now, as they attempt to call your number, type your message, and then delete it once more, they are struggling between pride and pain. Something always prevents them from reaching you, even though they want to. Fear, guilt, or the idea that you've already moved on. You haven't. You are here for that reason. You were both unintentionally calling out to the same frequency at the same time, which is how this message discovered you. Their energy transcends dimensions every time you gaze up at the sky and experience an odd tug in your chest. Even though they are unable to describe it, your name continues to be present in every heartbeat. They gasp when they see your initials, hear your favorite song, or walk past the spot where you used to stand together because everything comes flooding back. Stay with me, my dear child. Because soon there will be a sign, a message, or a call that will show this isn't a dream. It will be genuine, unadulterated, passionate, and indisputable. When you least expect it, you'll hear from them. Heaven decided it was time, not because they had finally developed courage. The same warmth that formerly enveloped your soul like home will be immediately apparent when it occurs. They're looking at something that makes them think of you right now. Perhaps a small note, an old photo, or even your favorite song on repeat. The memory still hurts too much, so after a brief moment of smiling, they stop talking. Don't move, their thoughts are always murmuring, if only I could talk to them one more time. Because behind the scenes, fate has been crafting this reunion. It's not a coincidence that you've been reflecting back on times you thought you had buried and feeling nostalgic lately. A communication, a meeting, or an unexpected encounter, something significant is on the horizon. Everything has been perfectly aligned for it by the universe. Your heart was already prepared to receive this message, which is why you discovered it today. They've made unbelievable attempts to get in touch with you. A call from an unknown number was missed. A music that came on just when you needed it. A dream that was too real to deny. Each of those was a message to let you know that they are still concerned, transmitted through time and memory. I'm sorry. I still think about you. Stay till the end because this isn't the end of the story, is what they have been attempting to convey to you. It's the start of a second chance you never anticipated. You've both changed, but the essence of your soul still knows each other. The connection isn't broken, it's just paused, waiting for divine timing to resume, and that timing is closer than you realize. You'll soon notice subtle alignments, names repeating, songs resurfacing, and random people mentioning something that feels familiar. These are not coincidences. When you see them, smile subtly because that's heaven's way of telling you to get ready. They're confirmations. There's one more thing you need to know. The person attempting to connect with you is not merely seeking closure. When that time comes, your heart will recognize it before your head can even comprehend it. They are seeking healing because they now recognize your worth, something they were previously unable to see. They realize that your silence was a sign of self-respect rather than retaliation, and that your distance was a sign of protection rather than pride. As a result, they have begun their journey of personal development under the guidance of the light you left in their lives. The universe has a peculiar way of reuniting two souls meant to learn from each other. Sometimes it breaks them apart to sharpen their edges and prepare them for a new beginning. Don't skip, my dear child, because you were never forgotten and were remembered every single day in 1,000 unspoken ways. That's precisely what's happening right now. This time, when they arrive, it will be with the truth. There won't be any games or pretending, just pure intention and the bravery to say what should have been said long ago. Stay until the very end because, before midnight tonight, you'll feel their energy more strongly than ever, perhaps through a call, a message, or a dream so vivid you'll wake up crying. That's the sign you've been waiting for, so take a deep breath, let go of your pain, but remain open because this time, love is coming to heal you rather than harm you. Archangel Michael is whispering this softly into your spirit right now, telling you that you are safe and that what is yours will never be lost again. Heaven is working behind the scenes to arrange the reunion, one message, one moment, one heartbeat away. When that happens, you'll realize why everything had to fall apart first because it was only through that breaking that both hearts were prepared to hold something genuine. Don't let fear stop you now, let destiny complete what it began. Remain motionless, take a deep breath, and never forget that you are incredibly loved. It's not the past repeating itself, rather, it's redemption arriving. Someone out there is trying, praying, and battling just to find their way back to you. When that message comes, whether via a phone call, a letter, or a chance encounter, don't run from it. It's heaven's way of saying, now, both of you are ready. My dear child, stay close and don't skip because what comes next will connect everything that has been bothering you lately. This is your divine confirmation moment. Last night, as you were scrolling, someone's hand was shaking over their phone. They typed your name again, stared at the screen for minutes, and whispered to themselves, not yet. However, they knew deep down that time was running out and that the universe would not allow them to remain silent any longer. Stay until the very end, because what is about to happen will shake you in the softest, most emotional way. Their message is already written, just waiting for the courage to be sent. Over the past few days, they have been seeing signs that point directly to you. Your birth month keeps repeating, your favorite number appears everywhere, and even random strangers mention your name. No matter how hard they try, nothing feels complete without your energy. Don't scroll, my dear child. When they wake up, they hear your voice echoing in their dreams. When they sleep, they feel your absence like a cold breeze that won't leave the room. It's almost like heaven itself is pushing them to take the first step. Because there will be a moment in the next 48 hours that feels like a whisper from above, something will happen that causes your heart to pause, a sign that they have finally made the decision to reach out. You'll notice it when your heart begins to race for no apparent reason, It could be an unexpected message notification or a phone call that causes your breath to catch. The universe has finally opened the door for reconciliation, and Archangel Michael has been guarding that line between you two, waiting for the proper vibration of forgiveness. You might even hear their favorite song playing out of nowhere, right when you think of them. This is alignment, not coincidence. Every heartbeat they've kept hidden from you is about to speak in complete sentences. Stay until the very end because their next step is closer than you think. They've been observing your light from a distance, admiring the strength you've built after all the pain. They're not just trying to talk, they're trying to confess. They are currently practicing what to say when they see you again, not via messages this time, but in person, because some emotions can only be felt in silence, through trembling voices and tearful eyes. When that happens, you won't need to ask anything because their eyes will tell you everything. That glow in you, that unwavering calm, is what ultimately gave them courage. One heartbeat at a time, all the unanswered questions about why they left, why they stayed away, and why they're back now will become clear. My darling child, you've been led to this point since the day they let you go. It wasn't rejection, but divine redirection. You both had lessons to learn, wounds to mend, and faith to rebuild before you met again. The circle is closing now, and the same invisible hand that split you apart is gently bringing you back together, stronger, purer, and more awakened because this time it won't break. Don't skip it. Heaven is planning the reunion at precisely the right moment. There's a reason this message reached you today, not yesterday, not tomorrow. Today is your energetic turning point. They're whispering your name to the stars somewhere right now, even though they think you can't hear it. Your soul senses it, which is why you've been feeling emotional for no apparent reason. The sudden calmness you experienced earlier wasn't accidental, it was their energy reconnecting. When they show up, don't react with old pain. Instead, just breathe, listen, and let heaven do what it planned long ago because this isn't about who was right, it's about what's meant to be healed. They're ready to make things right, to say the words they've never had the courage to say, and most importantly, they're ready to love you fearlessly this time. Now that Archangel Michael is standing close to you, quietly directing this process, he has been sending gentle signs, feathers, numbers, songs, and even strangers saying familiar words. These are not coincidences, rather, they are confirmations that the bridge between hearts is being rebuilt. As their energy approaches, you will soon feel warmth on your chest and a gentle pull, as if your heart already knows who is on the other side. That is the divine link reactivating, strong and magnetic. Stay until the very end. That call, text, or meeting will happen in a few days, and when it does, everything that was unclear will finally make sense. Pay close attention, my dear child. You don't need to pursue, prove, or force anything right now. All that's needed of you is openness, the willingness to let love rewrite what pain once erased. Their attempt to reach you isn't just emotional, it's spiritual. This is that moment of return, pause, breathe, and feel it, that tingling in your hands, that sudden wave of peace, because no matter where they went, their destiny still had your name written in light. Therefore, trust this, when something is meant for you, it always finds its way back, even through silence, time, and distance. That's heaven's way of telling you that you've been seen, heard, and ready. The call isn't just coming, it's already on its way. Don't be scared when you see their name on your screen. It's a full circle moment created by divine timing, the same energy that once broke you is now coming to rebuild you with truth. Don't skip this part because you'll feel it tonight before you go to sleep. You'll know the message reached you precisely when it was supposed to because of their energy. Close, gentle, and genuine. My dear child, stay with me. This is the moment your soul has been waiting for. The atmosphere around you is starting to change. The very thing you've been praying for, crying for, and dreaming of is going to happen in the next few minutes. Don't skip it. The message that was postponed for months, possibly even years, is now approaching you like a whisper carried by light. They've written it countless times before, erased, rewritten, hesitated, but this time, their fingers didn't shake. Because the universe itself gave them courage through signs that cried out, now or never. Somewhere, as the sun sets tonight, they'll look up and think of you once more. They'll wonder if you still remember how they laughed, smiled, and filled every void with your energy. That thought will hit them so hard that they'll finally do it, hit send, and the message will arrive silently. Stay motionless, my dear child, because when you see their name on your screen, your heart will skip a beat, not out of fear, but out of recognition, because the soul never forgets its mirror, even when time tries to erase it. No big announcement, no dramatic timing, just a little vibration on your phone, right when you least expect it. The phrase will be straightforward. Hey, how are you? I've been thinking about you. However, behind that line will be 1,000 unsaid feelings, all of which are filled with regret, love, and longing. You will be able to feel their energy through the screen, trembling, honest, and real, and heaven will hold its breath at that precise moment because your next action will determine whether you open the door for divine healing or allow it to fade back into silence. Don't rush, don't overthink, just breathe and listen. Because no one else vibrated at the same frequency as your soul, this connection was never meant to be lost forever, rather, it was meant to pause, grow, and then return purified. Archangel Michael has been watching from the start, witnessing the heartbreak, the sleepless nights, and the unanswered prayers, but he whispered softly, wait. The right moment is approaching. The divine clock has just struck the hour of reunion, and you, my dear child, are standing precisely where you must be to receive it. Don't miss it, because destiny doesn't repeat itself indefinitely. When it does arrive, you must respond with faith rather than fear. The universe speaks in patterns, rhythm, and perfect timing. Nothing about this moment is random. You'll notice small confirmations just before the message arrives, such as a sudden breeze through your window or the exact song that played the last time you were together. This isn't about the past, it's about redemption and closure transforming into peace. Every coincidence is a meticulously crafted line in your divine script, so when you feel that weird warmth in your chest, it's heaven synchronizing your heartbeat with theirs. You are once again connected. Not via technology, but through energy, and that connection is stronger than pride, time, or distance. At this moment, they are sitting silently, staring at your most recent message from a long time ago, reading it repeatedly and wondering how they ever let that moment end.